Okay, welcome to the very first learning session of the Muslimah Speaks Conference 8th edition. And have our keynote speaker is here with us. But before we put her on, let me introduce to you this amazing, fantastic sister, fantastic mother of ours. I told you earlier that we have brought you only the best, only the best. And mashallah, alhamdulillah, we're deeply grateful to Allah to be honored with this woman, to be honored with having her with us, along with all the other fantastic speakers, Professor Rashida Funke Olanrewaju. If you have not read her profile, please go and check it on the group. We have dropped it there. And you need to go and bring all your friends. This one is not Jojo small, small people. These are big, 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 big people here. And she's going to be putting words to our theme, which is your truth is valid. And who else to give the keynote speech, if not someone who has seen so many truths, lived so many truths? Because before they give you professorship in this Nigeria, your eyes will see shaggy. So definitely there's been so many truths. It's a truth of being a woman, a mother, a wife, a sister-in-law, while you are still pursuing a career that people think you need to let go of your traditional roles in order to do it well. This is someone who's carry everything, and alhamdulillah, she's here. And I hope that you find this presentation very valuable. Uh, it's Professor Rashida. I'll bring her on. So while we wait for Professor Rashida, we're going to again take the message from our sponsors. If you remember that this Amazon is coming to you from Egret Media, and we are proudly supported by Right Foods, Kimshida Enterprise, Nature's Goodies, and AFBAM. And also, we also have the support of our vendors, both online and offline. So this is let's meet the offline vendors. All of these vendors are going to be available at the MSCon offline event. Don't buy anything. Don't spend your November salary to buy anything. I have vendors selling everything: shoes, bag, food, everything. Don't worry, there will be food throughout. I have 3, 4 food vendors coming. Snacks, uncle, dessert. MSCon offline, don't miss it. Professor Rashida is coming on board now.
Can I share my slide now? Am I audible and can you see anything from me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We
Okay,
can
so I
see
can
us.
I can start sharing.
Yes, ma'am. He's already on the
Okay.
screen. I'm sharing for you. You can go on.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And a very good morning to every one of us. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. All praises are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that has given us this opportunity. He fashioned each soul uniquely, yeah, intentionally as well as beautifully, because I can see beautiful faces around. And peace and blessing be upon our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. who has taught us everything a believer should do, either young or old, male or female. Alhamdulillah. And to the distinguished organizers of MSCon, MSCon 8.0. That's a very wow, because this is like the eighth time you're doing this. All our honored guests, my beloved sisters around here. It's actually a great privilege for me to be among these, yeah, I would say young, vibrant, intelligent sisters. Um, so before you today, I believe this is a 7 days journey, and this is the first one. So inshallah, we're opening with Allah's mercy, and inshallah, it will be till the end, and we close with that. So the sisters of where faith meets growth and transformation, and this is what I'm being given to do. Like your truth is valid. So I'm from computer science department here in Asra State University, Kefi. Let me quickly. This is my background. I think you must have gotten this one. Okay, these are the actually I normally like to show this my university. These are the three institutions that shaped me. Kaduna Polytechnic, Federal Polytechnic Kaduna, and when I was born and brought up there, and the University Putra Malaysia, where I had my first degree, International Islamic University, Malaysia, where I had my master's, PhD, and I worked there for like, yes, I stayed in Malaysia for like about 3 decades. So these are like the places that have shaped me, and currently now in Nassau State University. So this is Rashida. Because of the topic or the title that I was given, so that's why I brought in this one. Um, it affirms my truth also. That's Rashida, an ecosystem in teaching, cooking, research, and whatsoever. And most importantly, is collecting stories of women rising. This also, you have this. Okay, so now let's quickly see this. I brought in this, the theme of today, because I think this is the foundation of the 8 days uh, stretch conference. Your truth is valid. To me, it's not a slogan. Okay, it's declaration. It is reclamation, a spiritual awakening, a reminder that your experiences, your battles, your dreams, your scars, your journey, yeah, whatsoever you have, positive or negative, it actually shaped the world. Okay, and all these are before Allah. It's not by mistake. It's not by chance. It is actually deliberate. Let's look at the foundation. Islam also affirms your truth. Let's look at it from Surah Al-Hujurat, where Allah one of us Ta'ala says, because this is a women conference, and that's why I'm bringing up this one, that we created you, okay, from a single male and female, and made you into peoples and tribes so that you may know one another. This is what Al-Hujurat. And indeed, the most honored of you in the sight of Allah is that which is most righteous. So this tells us that we are created intentionally. That's why I said it's not by accident. Okay, diversity in experience is a divine design by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also al hadith that brought portrays this is women are twin half of men. So we are not supposed to be trashed. We are half twin. Yes, half twins, not shadow. We're not footnotes. We are supposed to be together. We're not supposed to be silent. Okay. We are what do you call it? We are companion in goodness. So these are all the things that makes our truths to be affirmed, even from the foundation of Islam. So what's the power of these truths? Every Muslim's truth is a profound source of inner strength and path to healing. It's also the foundation upon the resilience being built. Because sometimes we don't want to tell our true stories. We don't really want to say it. But we don't know, but by not saying that, you're actually diminishing your strength. So your true story is actually a source of strength. It also makes sure that you embrace your authenticity. I mean, there is no need to fake. That is your personal journey. Okay. That's a courage for you to even to withstand that. It affirms your unique spiritual path, your truth, by having that courage to bring out your authentic story. Your story actually matters. We don't know that by telling our stories, it actually hold one big power. Sharing your story, it helps others. Okay. It also dismantle some stereotypes and it fosters understanding. I'll be telling some few stories, maybe particularly to be focused on me. All right. Uh, and this, we can see this female, Huwaila binti Thalaba. We can see Salma, Aisha radiallahu anha. All their truths actually shape our Islamic law. It shapes our history. It shapes the community. In fact, that of Khawla binti Thalaba, our own story brought the entire verse in the entire surah in the Quran, which is Surah Al-Mujadila. We don't have enough time to go through all this. So just to tell us that Prophet ﷺ affirmed and he honored the truth of a woman. Your truth is valid. It means that your journey either is smooth or windy or stormy or whatsoever. It really matters. And this story needs to be told. Okay. Your voice also needed in a room. You don't have to keep quiet. You don't need to say, I'm not qualified. No. You don't know, possibly maybe that thing you are hiding will even be something that is going to empower somebody. So that's why your voice needs to be heard. Your ideas carry weight. You don't know. Let me tell you one story about this thing happened recently. The current director of Entrepreneurship Development Center here in National State University, Kefi. So when I came on board, uh, I automated the system there. So everything is like moving from manual to automated system. So from my portal, that I used to, collect student registration as well as pick the skills. Because what we do there is we offer like about 50 plus skills with different facilitators around to take them through. So the first thing I noticed is that the portal is developed. Once we collect the money and the student do the registration and pick the skills, they go to the practical. So the portal remains dormant. Like nobody visits that place. I'm telling you why we don't need to keep quiet, why you think, why some ideas actually carry weight. So I went to the class. You can imagine I went to 200 level class. In fact, this 200 level class, they have not even started registration. They're supposed to start later. So I was asking them that this is my issues. I have a portal and I want to generate traffic. And the traffic I want, it's like mostly among the students because I want them to come and visit. You can see how students, like, you don't even imagine they can say something. They gave brilliant advice. In fact, some couldn't say it in the class. They came to me and they wrote it down. And you believe those ideas, those small little chipping, it's just a big thing to me because this has created a very big traffic to that portal and the website. So that's why your ideas actually carry weight, even when others don't immediately understand it. Yes. I also have my son, when he was young, is diagnosed to have ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And yeah, it's a very big story. But what I just want to bring out of that is he always says something that I can't imagine. He has been saying space futuristic car. That was like about 20 something years back. And all those things are now, they are now coming in. I can see them now. But then I know, Khalil, what's really going on? He said, Mommy, you know what? Sooner or later, there will be flying cars. I can't imagine flying cars. I said, what about and you said there will be flying cars and there will be a traffic jam in the space. I was like, how come? So what are we going to use with all this road we have built? He said that will be a parking space later. And from these futuristic cars, and those things are coming to, take place. So sometimes your idea, people may not understand it now, but just drop it. Later, it can come to you. Even the Internet of Things that we're using today, the idea was conceived years, like how many decades ago? It's not coming to reality. So your emotions are not weaknesses, actually, they are signals. All these things that we think they don't matter, actually, they really matters. Your scars are evidence of your survival. Yes, it's not something to be. Yeah, if you're cancer survivor, it's nothing to hide, you know. Somebody who's like the son I said is ADHD. It's not like something that you're proud of, but it means you have survived that. So it's not a shame. Like in Yoruba land, I know we have this thing that if you don't tell some certain things. So of course, I'm not saying you should. Litter yourself out, but there are some certain things that you tell is actually to strengthen others or to tell others that they are not alone. Okay, so just to encourage people that, oh, you are not alone, your child is going to be better. So that's what I see in this. So it's not a shame that, oh, okay, oh, me will borrow or something like that. Okay. So my truth is valid is to say that I'm here, I'm seen, I'm heard, and I refuse to disappear from my own story. So tell your true story. In fact, that's when you discover your own self. And the moment a Muslim woman speaks her truth, you all believe this, or you agree with me, that the moment you speak your own truth with courage, the entire generation inhale permission to rise. Yes. And this is what actually I'm going to share with you about my own personal story. Okay. We all struggle in silence. Okay. And this also, I mentioned earlier that there are things that we are supposed to share. And I'll also show you some of the what will I say, some of sisters that are trying to share these stories in a form of a project. Sometimes you don't even need to mention names, okay? Just share the story, let others learn. It can be a project that will all, I mean, embark on and see how this will enrich us, how it's going to help us. So we recognize our struggle and we acknowledge this. And this is the first step of healing. This is also the first step of personal empowerment. Once you know your weaknesses, you are bound to, uh, yeah, you are bound to to excel because you know that, oh, this is my weaknesses and I know how to manage this. So you'll be able to focus better. So a Muslim woman's truths can shape the world. I have few cases, and that's why I mentioned Rashida and others. I have this Ali, Lindsay Ali. What she did was she has what we call the village auntie. Okay. This is where actually she teaches intimacy and spiritual from an authentic Islamic lenses. And what does this do? It actually empower women to embrace holistic well-being. We have it in. I'll give you one story about my friend on this village aunties. This lady, she came together with us, did a PhD in Malaysia, and what happened was we were discussing about this intimacy of a thing, and she told me, you know what, Rashida, there was a lady that divorced or she got divorced because of like keeping quiet or not saying the not voicing out. What happened to the lady? In Yoruba land, I know talking about anything sexual, this thing is taboo. The same in Hausa land. So what happened to that lady was when she was young, the parents will always tell her that no man should come near you No man should open your clothes. No man should see your aura. Okay. So this was on her head. She carried this till when she got married. When she got married, the first day with the husband, she was refusing. She said no. Second, weeks actually. Then the husband went to the house, to their house, talked to the parents that this is what's happening. And because of the shyness or the taboo-ness of the culture, the parent, the mother specifically, she called the daughter and she said, "No, Anna akuri ne fa. Gidan gidan aure sai da akuri." Meaning, if you get married, you have to be patient. What's patient about this? The husband want to come to her. He want to he want to have her. It's denying him. Instead of the mother to break, the thing to her and tell her that this is what you are expected, she didn't. Continuously, this lady, she was serious about this to the man, to the extent that it led to abuse. And the man said he can't hold it. That was how she lost her first marriage, like that. So our auntie came from Sokoto, or either Sokoto or Zamfara, and tell her, why are you at home? I heard you just got married. She said, no, but Matadishi, Dambanza, Wofi, actually, this. Like she was referring to her husband as bastard, that he want to cohabit with her. Then the auntie say, hey, what's marriage for? So it's now the auntie. Though what the auntie taught her, to me, I don't actually agree with it, because she now, that my friend, she narrated to me that the auntie took her in, she put on a blue film, and she told her that this is what you expect from your husband. So you see the kind of confusion they have caused, even though they told her this is what she expected, but not in the correct way. So that, my friend, should take it upon herself. And I think that's also what I've also been doing to all my mentees, and those they are around me. um, when the time for marriage comes, we need to tell them what they expect, what are the things they are supposed to do, how they're supposed to take care of themselves. The husband he will come to them, and it's allowed to for both of them to meet, to have this intimacy. So this is better, way, way better than the way they have treated it in the first place. So this is a kind of thing that I mean a woman, she empowers. It's an empowerment, because if you don't know how to do it, you do it wrongly. Okay. And also we have this Dr. Bashir, Abiam Bashir. She's also very passionate about what we call mental health care. I'm not sure in other land, but at least I'm a Yoruba woman. I know if you have anything mental illness, people label you. It's a kind of stereotype. It's a kind of So um, this makes people, even though if they get out of that illness, they still have that stereotyping. They still feel not into the society, which is not supposed to be so. So if we have people that are working on that kind of area, this Bashir, Dr. Bashir, she works tirelessly, okay, just to see that communities they receive a correct information, appropriate support on this kind of um, this kind of stigma or stereotyping, or even the illness itself. Then to Rashida, that you see that is talking to you here, the same thing also happened to me. If I tell you my story about my secondary school, you won't believe it. But for that truths we have in us, it can really shape the world. For me, I'm an AI expert. I write my own scripts. So I walk into the fields which when I did my PhD, I think it's not very, if you know Professor Musa, if you know, we were together in the same university, and in fact, we use the same lab. So we are into this artificial intelligence together. And I was like, Rara, why should I venture into this kind of thing? But because I'm like the only female, okay, the only female possibly also from Africa at this end. So, but I didn't wait for anybody to say you have to do it. So I venture into it. So my truth is like an African Muslim woman in AI, and I become a founder for a few things that I do now. We have award-winning proposal. We collaborate internationally. And the one that interests me more is this humanitarian technical innovation, which maybe if time permits, I will be able to share some of it with you. Then some of our researches, which is mostly in intelligence system. So this means a technical brilliance and deep spiritual can coexist. So you can have your religion as well as be up there. Yes, where people think, I mean, it's a no-go area. You can participate, and that's you can rewrite the story well. These are the humanitarian engineering I mentioned to you is a kind of um, a system. One of the system is good banking for rural women. I'll tell you a little bit about this. Let me see. I still have enough time, right? Okay. So banking. I have the diagram somewhere. The images is an humanitarian services which erupt from my passion. Okay, during the COVID-19, I now thought because I agree. I went to secondary school in the village, and I knew how they do this goat keeping, goat sharing. I don't know the name in English, but what we do then in the village is if I have a goat, I'm rich to have maybe one or two goats. I can take it to my aunties, okay, or my sisters for them to rear. So after the goat give birth to kids, we're going to share it. Normally, goats they normally have two. Mostly, in most cases, it's two. So I take one, she takes one, like that, and this can multiply to a extent that you can have, yeah, you can have up to 10, 20 to share. So this goat banking is actually what we have implemented um, as a research here, and I got it presented in a conference in Saudi Arabia. It's a very bright idea. So we had a clusters of like 10 women here in the north, especially in Kaduna. 10 women, we introduced 10 goats, 10 female goats. During their heat period, we introduced a male to do this insemination or impregnate, something like that. So, which means the goats are going to give birth at the same time. So at the same time, you'll be having like that 10, at the same time, we'll be having another 20 goats. Okay, so that makes it 30. And we still keep that with those ladies. So they'll take one, we take one of our own share. We still keep it with them, and like that, it multiplies. So this we did this on the the rural women for this good banking, and alhamdulillah, it's coming up. And of course, we added some of this technical stuff there by uh, by tracking the goats. So that one is another project, tracking the goats to know where they are. And yes, these women they can milk the goats. The skin can be used for shoes. They can also use it for meat. And so on and so the milk they can even make soap from it. So we're looking at a bigger angle on that. That's, I mean, a Muslim woman truth can shape the world. So that's one of it. The other one is the NutriBytes. And the NutriBytes is actually another project. And that project is for children with malnutrition. And it's a combination of wheat and zogale. Zogale is Moringa oleifera that we just pluck here in the north. We just by your backyard, you have it. And this also it's won an award and the best paper. Yeah, so these are some of the little things that's yeah, by getting into it properly, you'll be able to do some empowerment in curriculum. Yeah, you can yeah, empower girls. I also embark on what we call the night coding with the girls. So these truths actually carry a message, all right? That technology must serve humanity. So all these things that I mentioned is actually from the area I worked, like the humanitarian engineering, back to NutriByte and so on and so forth. So, and the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, says the most beloved among our people here is those who are beneficial to others. So not just only doing it for doing sake or just pity, but what you need to do is to bring up a solution. When people are suffering, we say, "Oh, hey, yeah, pele, oh." But if you have a solution to that suffering, why not? I think that would be the. So I have a few of them here. So yeah, like the EDC, I think I've mentioned. EDC is Entrepreneurship Development Center, where we have few things. Yeah, if time permits, some other time maybe I can have a sharing section because it's a very big project. A sharing section that I can share my journey as director of EDC as well as deputy director at ODL, how we have been building capacity as a female, as a Muslim, okay? And that's to show that the truth is valid. We can actually achieve this, okay? All right. So I have some scenarios that I also want to share here. I have the first scenario is when we have a sister in the maybe in even this program or in any gathering, okay? She actually have an idea or she have ideas, not even only one sometimes. She have ideas that can turn things around and make things good, that can better the community. But because of the fear, she sat back, okay, or she thinks she doesn't know. But believe you me, what you think you don't know, somebody is making millions with that. What I later realized when I attend a few exhibition when I was in Malaysia was some things that I just put on my table, some lab whatsoever I keep on my, I just see people that will polish it and makes it like it become a very big thing. So from there I learned that whatever you know, whatever you are doing, why not you share it? It's not about maybe being proud. No, it's possibly you want to share so that other people will learn, or you want to better their own system. You don't also want them to reinvent the wheels. What you have suffered, you don't want them to suffer that. So that's one of the reasons why I think I also share some of what I do. Okay. So for her, for this lady that sits back there and she didn't speak up, she actually buried her ideas. In fact, she remained unheard, and also she actually belittled herself. That's the way I look at it. Let's look at the scenario of a single mother who feels invisible. Okay, life hits her. Okay, she works, she's a parent, and so on and so forth. But you know what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala actually says, surely your effort is seen because she has been doing this thing. She has been doing all these things her own self. This is seen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and our truth is valid because Allah himself record everything she does, every fear, every tears, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala records it. So it's for us to continue to strive to see either it is positive or negative. This is deliberate. It is actually by coincidence. And also this hijabi tech girl. Also, this our story is more or less like most of us. If she enters, like for me, I enters into a place very recent. In fact, I will tell you, it was yesterday. I just came back yesterday. I traveled to Owerri and Anambra. Looked around the whole of the school. I didn't see any one single person with hijab. In fact, my team member that went together also, they are not Muslims. So I'm just looking at it. Oh yeah, I just need to, that courage in me that I need to give my identity until all of them. Actually, in fact, one lady whispered to me. She said, "I like you. I love the way you do things." Reason is the way I presented myself, and in fact, the smile. Anyway, I'm like a smiley Kinisha. The way that I was smiling, they were like, "She's not hard," because we have gone for accreditation. So to me, uh, what do you call the a truth is valid for all what we have been doing here. And this is another quote I got for you. Every scar you carry is a proof that you survived what was meant to break you. Yes, every woman should know this. If you are not yet married, you are still waiting and you don't commit zina. If you are a single mother, you are vending for your children, you are moving around. Okay. If you are uh yes, whatever if you are struggling with your business or with your studies, those things that you are doing and you survived it, those things are actually meant to break you. You survived it. I mean, your truth is not your weaknesses, as far as I'm concerned. Is the evidence that you have made it. So those my sisters that are there, please keep striving. Okay, keep the education, let's express, let's evolve, okay, and let's elevate. These are actually some of the things that will help us, some of the process that will help us. We educate, uh, get to know about what is going on, okay? Yeah, express a courage for you to speak, evolve also, embark on some journey. If you think this is not good enough, you can, it's never too late to restart or to start again. Then we can now, inshallah, elevate by confidence, inspiring others. So Allah does not burden a soul, okay? It doesn't burden a soul beyond what we can bear. It means whatever we are going through right now, okay, whatever is happening to us, the moment we rely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, definitely we shall, I mean, reach a safe destination because Allah knows. He knows why it's happening to us. Okay, we just have to do our own part. Some people will just relent and say, "Oh, okay, since it is divine, we will not know." It's not that we should not struggle, but it's just to tell you that whatever is happening to us is not by accident. Okay, your existence is acknowledged by others before anyone else. So we can build our sisterhood, strengthen our community. Let's have safe spaces. Let's have a collective healings. What I mentioned earlier, we can come together and yeah, talk about it. Some things that may be difficult for you, maybe easy for another person. So we can rub minds, and finally we can go into empowerment. Women empowering women, to me, I think is the truth that we want every one of us to be up there. So your truth is valid. So I have this. Your truth is valid not because society approve it. Yes, sometimes they don't need to like you. Yes, not because people understand it. I've mentioned it that when my son was young, I don't really understand what he was saying about future cars. Not because you are loud or popular or perfect. So these two, so some of us that are very, I mean, vocal, is not just because of that. Your truth is valued because Allah created you intentionally. It's not by accident. Your story was written before you were born. So all these things is just for us to work towards what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written for us. Our journey is part of our divine plan. Yoruba said it, ibi tí orí bá máa dé, ẹsẹ̀ oníṣàlàyé má rìn bẹ̀. I don't know who can help me to translate that. It's, whatever is yours will never bypass you. That's what it is. Eh? If anybody will tell me that I will go abroad and study and do this, it's not maybe by my father doesn't have the money, but I never thought of it. The place I went to secondary school in my tick village. But as Allah wants it, is a plan that Allah made me to meet somebody and we got married and this break brought us to so place and I was even like, okay, am I going to go to school or not? So all these things is a divine plan that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has I mean written for us. Okay. Your voice carry weights. It really carry weight. As I mentioned, we don't bury it. Something you can say immediately now to, I mean, to save the situation. We should, I mean, try to do that. Your life is a trust, it's not an accident. So this we should actually put at the back of our mind that when the Muslim woman rises, okay, she does not rise alone. That's why I say we create a safe space for ourselves. Let us empower. Yes, let us empower women. Of course, we empower men, but women. If you empower a woman, you empower the whole of a nation. So a woman rises with her ancestors, okay? She rises with her sister, if we do this, rises with her community and generation to come. That's Allah knows how many people you are going to talk to, you are going to impact if you follow this, your truth is valid. So let's stand tall. Let's embrace our own stories. Yes, embrace your story, my sister. Embrace it. Either is is crooked or is straight. Embrace it. That's what actually is going to show the real person you are and make you to be unique. Okay, and we embark on fearless journey. Yes, because you embrace your story, it makes you to be able to like start something. Yeah, be ready to do something, and that thing will be an impact to the even generation coming. So I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant every sister here the courage to embrace her truth, to replace doubt with confidence, fear with clarity, and hesitation with the action. Make every Muslim woman here a source of light, benefit, and impact. And let our truth be a means of drawing us closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So with that, it's your power, it's your journey, okay? It's your voice, and your voice is your legacy. So hold it with honor and speak with courage and live with the faith. Your truth is valid. So I'm not too sure whether I still have enough time, but I think I will thank you for giving me this opportunity to I have here. And this is the one I mentioned that I was in Owerri. Yes, few days ago. I came back yesterday. So I was the only female in hijab. You can see this is the school. And Alhamdulillah, yeah, this is the gold banking I was mentioning. Um, yeah, we started this in Kaduna. And also, this is a place encouraging. This lady, she's selling corn by the roadside. What happened was whenever we sell something or you are selling fruits or corn or something that is not like a very big business, people look down on it. You are not telling good story about yourself. You are not anything you are doing. Do it well and embrace it. So I was like showing her something in my phone and she was so happy. She was so, this is just a roadside. And, few of my activities is like coming together, encourage people. Like what you are doing, yes, put more effort and do it well. Inshallah is going to it's going to lead you to to success. May Allah grant us goodness here and hereafter. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون. So thank you.
Jazakumullah khairan, ma. Jazakumullah khairan. That was fantastic. I don't know if you can see. I'm putting all the thank you, thank you, thank you. You've had so many people join this stream, and everybody has been inspired. Some people in the speakers lounge are already they are fangirling you. They say they are your fans. May Allah reward
Oh,
you. We
really?
are honored. Yes, so plenty of people in the speakers lounge are already saying, "Oh, they are your fans now." All of
Okay.
us, so you have adopted all of us. We are all on this together. You are carry all of us to go wherever you are going. May Allah ease your
Okay.
affairs, continue to bless your work, ease it for your beautiful work that you are doing, validating people's truth, even before we came up with this thing. May Allah reward you for it and make all that you do a huja of goodness for you. Forgive your shortcomings and continue to strengthen you upon the path of goodness. Eshungon, Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you so much, ma. It was an honor
Thank you
having
very
you.
much. Thank you,
I
man.
send thank you from everyone that was here on the chat with you, and I hope that all
Alhamdulillah.
their prayers for you meet you, meet you, meet you. May Allah reward you abundantly. Eshungoma. So that's it for the keynote address. Please join us at 11 a.m. for the next session. Do not miss it. It's going to be even much more, much more. I think the next session is a master class or The next session is a masterclass and it's titled Healing from Self Doubt. Hey, healing from self-doubt. You see all the fantastic thing that the Professor Rashida does. Of course, imposter syndrome will try to enter you, but you can't do what she does with imposter syndrome. You can't do what she does with that level, with self-doubt niggling at you. You need to overcome it. It will always come because I'm not like even those of us that are hosting this, even with that this is the eighth edition of MSCon, it's we still had doubts. My body is still shaking from hey, may Allah make it easy. A little bit of it, you will have it here and there. But how do you continue to rise above it so that you continue to show up in your truth, man? Like Professor Rashida said, when you accept your truth, when you show up in your truth, you are showing up in your strength. How do you continue to overcome your self doubt? That's what the next conversation is. You will see that the way we have lined up these conversations, we've lined it up in a way that the keynotes set up the pace and every other thing follow up on what Dr. Professor Rashida have said. So you don't miss it. Too. Don't miss it. Somebody said, "Have you gotten your data?" Or more, you need plenty data this week. Or you owe yourself data this week because we are not missing any of this. Our truth is indeed valid because Allah has designed us and fashioned us beautifully. I didn't even think about that thing like that until Professor Rashida said it now. Like, it's enough that Allah has fashioned us without mistake, that He has fashioned us in His infinite wisdom, and that's enough to validate our truth. We don't need the society to tell us if it is validated or not. Just like the counselor selling, that's our truth. And she should take pride in it. And whatever it is that you are doing, you should take pride in it. And if self doubt is affecting you, then the next session is for you. We'll see you in 10 minutes, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan once again to Professor Rashida and all of you that joined us. Thank you so much for making our time worth it. The best way to make it worth it is that you take all those things you noted and use them. Oh, and use them. And feel free to quote Professor Rashida on your timeline, share it on your status. Don't say it's MS Con, write her name there. She's the one that said it. If they want to come and arrest her, it's how they should come and carry. I know they will carry her. So that Allah will definitely, the angels will write it for her as many times as you share it. May Allah make the knowledge beneficial for us, forgive all our shortcomings, and make this the best one yet. Barakallahu fikum. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Take care.